Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are now on the record for Tuesday morning's criminal docket, October 26, 2021. And you can use the raise your hand button, reaction button for a quick announcement. Before I do get started, I need to call out the name Samuel Luis Hernandez. Samuel Luis Hernandez, please announce yourself, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Hernandez, please put your camera on. That's the video at the, there you go. Okay, Mr. Hernandez, Mr. Juan Zamora and Mr. Lidhar have been appointed to represent you. They will be filing a waiver of arraignment on your behalf. I need for you to please contact them so that you can get that signed, sir.
Yes,
Once
ma'am.
they get that waiver of arraignment turned in, we will give you a new date and that'll be given through your attorney's office. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then you are excused, sir.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Likewise. Okay, Mr. Al Alvarez.
Good morning, Your Honor. For the record, Al Alvarez, I'm here on Anthony J. Trumpy. He's number 56 through 61.
Okay, that is CR 19-16093-I, CR 20-02509-I, 020-02509-I, CR 18-14843-I, CR 18-14844-I, and CR 19-03877-I. And what is your announcement, Counselor?
We're present and ready for trial, Judge.
Okay. So all of these, you're going to be requiring a trial setting?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. Ms. Soto, do you have a report on Mr. Trumpy?
Judge, he has a spam device and ankle monitor, and he has no violations.
Okay. In this situation, Mr. Alvarez, since he does have the scram device, and it will notify us pretty quickly if he has a violation, and he's requesting a trial setting, which, by the way, we should be starting a trials in this court in late May, early June, just to give everyone a picture. So I'm going to go ahead and allow him to come back on January the 25th at 9:30. If he has a violation, we will have him come in person, okay?
Very good, Your Honor. That's all I have before the court. May I be excused?
You certainly may, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, Mr. Salinas.
Judge, I have number 30 on the court's docket, State of Texas versus Alexis Pedraza.
Okay. CR 20-10586-I, and is Mr. Pedraza present?
Ms. Pedraza is present, Judge.
All right. Ms.
problem.
Pedraza?
Here.
Okay, go ahead.
Your Honor, at our last setting, we were pending video in this case. We have since obtained it. I've reviewed it. My client hasn't reviewed it. It looks like we're going to be applying for a program, though, Judge. I'm just respectfully requesting some additional time so that we can get an application on file.
Okay, what are you going to be applying for, PTD or?
A pretrial diversion, and then there's a couple of other courts that I wanted to discuss with the prosecutors in the case. But it looks like pretrial diversion is going to be our first option, Your Honor.
Okay, does the state show that Ms. Pedraza is PTD eligible?
Well, Judge, she has a prior DWI, but I think that's stale from 2010. So I believe she would be PTD eligible.
Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to give you some time, Mr. Salinas, because it has taken about 90 days to review anything, whether it be a court application or a court program application or a PTD. So I'm going to give you some time. I'm going to have her come back on January the 25th, but between now and then, whichever avenue she chooses, I expect that you'll have applied for it between now and then.
We'll do our best, Judge. We'll get it on file.
Okay, so that'll be January 25th at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. And that's all I have for the court, Your Honor. May we be excused?
You both may be excused. Thank you.
Take care.
All right, Mr. Davis.
Good morning, Judge. I'm here on number 16 under docket. It's State of Texas versus Danielle de la Garza. He's present on the screen as well, Judge. We're set for a status hearing.
CR 21-07230-I. Mr. De La Garza, will you please announce yourself?
Yes, ma'am. I'm right here.
Okay, so Mr. Davis, will you be substituting for Mr. Reina?
Yes, ma'am. I think he was court appointed, but I got retained and I had filed some pretrial motions, but I think the clerk's office is still showing Mr. Reina as attorney of record. So I went ahead and filed a notice of appearance this morning. So hopefully they'll change that. And I think also the Mr. Sosa, the state's attorney, is also sending information to Mr. Reina, but luckily Joe Reina is forwarding it to me. So I can tell the court we have gotten a recommendation from the state. He is PTD eligible, but the only thing, one thing I'm lacking is I have not seen the state's file, the state's evidence.
Okay, so they're not going to change your name unless you file a motion for substitution with an order granting and a notice of appearance. So if you can file your motion for substitution and your order granting, I'll have that forwarded to my queue and I'll sign off on it. And with both of those on file, then they should change your name.
Okay.
So if you have your motions on file and all that, then the state will send you any evidence that they have. Mr. Sosa or Mr. Ramirez, do you show any digital evidence?
Judge, I don't believe we have a 39.14 on file. So if we can just get that, we'd be happy to send over. So
I think I filed it earlier in the case, but I'll double check. I'm pretty sure it's on file.
thank you, Mr. Reina.
Okay, just make sure that it's accepted, Mr. Davis, because sometimes I don't know why, but they get rejected. And then you all don't receive notice of it getting rejected. All right, and so how much time are you requesting?
Probably, I guess, 90 days, because if he does proceed with the pretrial diversion, we'll obviously need that time.
Okay, Mr. Sosa, are you showing that this is Mr. De La Garza's first DWI arrest?
1 second, Judge. I believe so. Yes, ma'am. He has no priors and no subsequents.
Okay, Mr. De La Garza, when you were originally arraigned, were you required to get a mobile alcohol monitoring device?
No, ma'am.
All right. Okay, I'll allow the state. Mr. Sosa, you want to make your announcement with respect to that?
Well, Judge, it's not statutorily mandated. It was a traffic stop, breath test refusal for DWI. We'll defer to the court.
Okay. And also, Mr. Sosa, if you want to check the motion, the 39.14 was filed on July 20th.
Okay, I don't have anything on my Odyssey notes,
Okay,
but if Mr. Davis would be so kind as just shoot me an email so I can forward to my administrators, I'd really appreciate that.
Not a problem.
okay. So then the court at this time will not require Mr. De La Garza to have an alcohol monitoring device. I'll go ahead and allow him to come back on January the 25th at 9:30. Between now and then, I expect that whatever program he's going to apply for, that it's done before that.
Yes, ma'am, it will be.
Okay, Mr. De La Garza, we'll see you on January 25th at 9:30. Please stay in close contact with your attorney, okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, you have a good day.
Bye.
Thank you. Mr. De Luna? Mr. De Luna?
Good morning. I have number 45 in the docket, Judge. This is State of Texas versus Luis Alberto Santana.
Okay, CR 1704474-I, and is Mr. Santana present?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here. Good morning.
Good morning. Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, on this case, this is the one that I had just recently gone into. We got the interlock device taken off on the last setting. We filed the 3914 exposures, but I was looking to my email. It shows on the docket they were sent, but they might have been sent to the previous attorney.
I have notes saying that it was sent to Marco Antonio.
I just looked it up literally about 10 minutes ago and I can't find this. I was just hoping if there's any way they can resend me that if they do have it, Judge.
Sure. If
It's
you
Marco,
could,
Marco de Luna Law at Gmail.
if you could, sir, just please shoot me an email. It just helps me
I sure.
keeping track with everything. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so then they'll resend the discovery to you so that you can review with your client.
Yes, Judge. And he's been compliant, Judge. This is the one that he was on the interlock device for about 4 years, and this was we recently got it removed, I believe, in the last hearing.
Yes, I do remember that. Okay, so how much time are you requesting so that you can have an opportunity to also review the discovery and see what you want to do?
Judge, I could have maybe 30 days if possible, or whenever the court has the next. A setting down the line.
So the last setting I have for the year is December 14th. If not, it would be January 25th.
Judge, if I can get maybe the December 14th, that way I can try to work it out before then.
Sure. Okay, December 14th at 9:30. Okay, anything else?
That's all I have, Judge. Maybe excused.
Certainly may.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Chugani?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 68 on the court's docket, Richard Variel.
Okay, CR 21-04-610-I, State of Texas versus Richard Villarreal Jr. Mr. Villarreal, are you present?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, I just need a little bit more time. This is a petty theft. I'm going to discuss with the state. Just for the record, I'm asking the state to contact me. I'm asking for a straight dismissal on this case, Your Honor, but we'll discuss that with the state. A quick reset will probably get this done, Judge.
Mr. Chugani, if I may, the previous ADA had recommended ADR, PTD application 1 through 7, clean UA, and a theft class for dismissal.
I'm aware. I'll talk to you about that.
Sure.
Okay. By quick setting, how quick?
Judge, I'll say 2 weeks, but I'll defer to the court on that. As you heard, the state has given already a pretty decent rec, but I would like to discuss that and see if we can make that a little sweeter, Judge.
Okay.
It's my middle name.
I don't know if, I think the soonest, Mr. Rivera, is there still room on the 18th? You're on mute.
For the morning, Judge, or the afternoon?
It would be the morning.
The morning, yes, Judge, we can squeeze it in. We also have the 16th available morning and afternoon.
Okay, well, we'll just do the 16th. Okay, so it'll be the 16th at 9:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
I have nothing further, Judge. May myself and my client be excused.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, you have a good day. Okay, Ms. Conant?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have number 17 on the court's criminal docket, State of Texas versus Alejandro Galvez, and he's online, Your Honor.
CR 21-0570-I. Mr. Galvez, please announce yourself. Alejandro Galvez, please announce yourself.
Your Honor, I saw him online with his name. You know, he tried to call me, maybe so. Oh, there he is. I see him.
Yeah, the problem is he's not connected to audio, but okay, if you see that that's him, go ahead. Let the record reflect that Ms. Conant does recognize her client on the screen. However, he's not connected to audio, but he is present. Go ahead, Ms. Conant.
Thank you, Your Honor. I was just going to ask for a short reset. We've been in possession of the plea paperwork, but my office advised me they haven't been able to get a hold of Mr. Galvez. And he did text me this morning. So I've got him and I'll have him sign up.
Okay, no, faster, let me see, November 16th at 1:30.
Perfect.
And Ms. Conant, we're willing to bring the fine down to $100 and waive the CSRs.
Thank you. I'm sure he'll appreciate that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, anything else?
Not from the defense, Your Honor.
Okay, well then you have a good day, ma'am.
Oh, thank you. You too.
All right,
Bye-bye.
thank you. Okay, Mr. Salinas?
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you doing?
Good morning, sir.
I have number 50 and 51 on the morning docket. Douglas Patrick Ellenwood Tool.
Okay, CR 20-04569-I, CR 20-04568-I, State of Texas versus Douglas Ellenwood Tool, and is he present?
He is present. He's wearing a black shirt with black eyeglasses.
Okay, I do see him. Sir, can you please unmute yourself and announce yourself?
Unmute yourself.
Good morning.
Okay, good morning, sir. Okay, Mr. Salinas, what is your announcement, sir?
Your Honor, we're going to be asking for additional time. He does have a pending felony that's still in intake. We've requested a recommendation from the state, but they're waiting for the felony, I guess, to post before they can release a rec to us.
Okay.
And your court coordinator also advised me that there's a pending arraignment on one of the cases.
Oh, yes, on the 20-04568-I. Are you gonna file a waiver of arraignment?
Your Honor, we can execute a waiver. It wasn't the DWI that needed the arraignment, or maybe both of them.
Well, I have him on both, actually.
Okay.
Does he have a device?
He doesn't have a device. He's currently on AIP.
Okay, so Ms. Soto, you're not showing a device for Mr. Tool?
No, Judge, I'm not. No.
Okay. All right, Mr. Sosa, your announcement?
Yes, Judge, this was a hit and run and a Class A .15 DWI. The state respectfully requests either a mobile device or an interlock device at the court's discretion.
Okay, and that'll be granted. I'm gonna go ahead and order a mobile alcohol monitoring device. He has 48 business hours to obtain it. And I do need a phone number for you. Douglas, I need a phone number for you.
It's 956-609-1842.
Okay, I also need for you to raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, lower your hand. You're before the court charged with driving while intoxicated with a blood alcohol level of greater than 0.15 and an accident involving a damage to a vehicle of greater than $200. The DWI of greater than 0.15 is a Class A misdemeanor. The accident involving a damage to vehicle is a Class B misdemeanor. Sir, is your true and correct name Douglas Patrick Ellenwood Tool? I'm sorry.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, ma'am.
For your Class B misdemeanor, that carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail. And for your Class A misdemeanor, that carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive, sir, for the offenses of which you are charged?
Yes, ma'am.
Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Salinas, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Yes, Your Honor, he is competent.
At this time, the court will enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf for each of the offenses that he is before the court today, and will further find that he is competent and able to assist you in his own defense. Okay. So how much time are you requesting, sir?
Your Honor, we're asking for at least 30 days. We need to follow up with a felony to see where they're at.
Okay. December 2nd at 9:30. Now, Douglas, do you go by Ellenwood or Tool?
Ellenwood is my mom's name before she got married. So Tool is my actual last name.
All right, so Mr. Tool. So the probation department will be contacting you later today. We do have a heavy afternoon docket. So as soon as she's available, she will contact you. And she will give you some vendors. And that way you can go ahead and get your mobile alcohol monitoring device. Sir, are you employed?
Yes, I am. I'll be actually working day to day.
Okay. Well, when she calls you, if you miss her call because of work and they don't allow you to have a cell phone, you need to call her back immediately, as soon as you can. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so then I'll see you back here on December the 2nd at 9:30. Anything else?
No, Your Honor, I have no further business before this honorable court. May be excused.
Yes, you both may be excused. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, Mr. Trejo?
Good morning. I have two cases, both clients are in my office. The one is number 64, 65, 66, and 67, Miguel Angel Vasquez. Those are cause number CR 20-06024I, CR 20-06025I, CR 20-06026I, and CR 20-06027I. Judge, I filed my 914, and we're asking for additional time to receive discovery. And
Okay,
let me show the client.
Mr. Sosa, do you see that, does the 39.14 motion already reflect in your system?
I don't have that on file, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Trejo, when did you file the motion?
Judge, I filed it last night, and I see that it's been approved by the clerk's office this morning.
Okay, so Mr. Sosa's already been on docket for a bit. So as soon as he's off and he has an opportunity to review it, he'll submit it over so that they can get that discovery to you, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
And if I
Okay.
may, Judge, on CR 20-06026I, I spoke with the victim and she said that as soon as the defendant was bailed out, he was there at her residence or close to her residence. I don't know if they're I think they might be neighbors, but I know that they're more than 200 or 300 feet away. Respectfully, just want to request stay away from victim as a condition of bond. Angelica Tagle is her name, and also stay away from her residence, which is 602 Ebony Avenue, apartment 30, McAllen, Texas.
Okay, so Mr. Vasquez, do you understand English, sir?
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Vasquez, you are to stay away from the alleged victim in this matter. What is the name again, Mr. Sosa?
Sorry, Judge, it is forgive me, Angelica Tagle.
Okay, which is Angelica Tagle, as well as staying away from her apartment. You shouldn't have contact with any of them anyway that are pressing charges against you right now. So just don't do that, okay?
Okay.
All right, so Mr. Trejo, how much time are you requesting?
45 days, Judge.
I'm sorry, how much time? December 14th at 9:30. Okay, anything else?
Yes, Your Honor. I have one more, number 37, State of Texas versus Orlando, Yvonne Reyes, CR 20-03663I. He's present in my office, Judge.
Before I move on to that one, Mr. Trejo, are you pending discovery on all of Mr. Vasquez's cases, just so that we're clear?
All of them, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, CR 20-03663-I. Mr. Reyes, do you understand English?
Yes.
All right. Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, we're asking for a short reset in this case. We've reached a plea bargain agreement with the state for the 60-day PTD POM program. So we're awaiting the paperwork. We can sign up my client and be ready for a plea.
Okay. So how much time are you requesting?
2 or 3 weeks, Your Honor.
It would be November 16th at 1:30.
And that's all I have, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, you both may be excused. Thank you. Ms. Evans?
Yes, Judge, I have number 3, 4, and 5 on the docket.
Okay, CR 20-01336-I, CR 21-06302-I, and CR 21-06303-I. State of Texas versus Andres Alvarado. Is Mr. Alvarado present?
Here, Your Honor.
Okay, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, I'm just asking for a little more time. This case involves a lawful carrying of a weapon. As the court is aware, the law has changed since then. So I'm still researching some of the issues regarding long-term effects of that.
Okay, is this his first time here on the POMs?
No, Judge, there was a POM prior and then a POM out of the transaction with the unlawful carrying of a weapon, Judge.
Okay.
No, Judge, this is his second status, Your Honor. He was arraigned in July.
All right, thank you. Okay, so how much time are you requesting, Counselor?
Judge, if you can give me about 30 days.
Okay, December 2nd at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. Me and him both be excused.
You certainly may, ma'am. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay, Mr. Osuna?
Morning, Your Honor. Jose Osuna for the record. I have State of Texas versus Hector Ansaldua. Those are numbers 6 and 7, CR 20-05103I and CR 20-05260I. I'll ask Mr. Ansaldua to unmute himself and acknowledge the court, please.
Can you hear me now?
Thank you.
Yes, sir, we can. Okay, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, Mr. Ansaldua has a felony set for December 8th. We were asking if the court has room on the December 14th setting, that would give us time to sort something out with this case in the event that the felonies are disposed of.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
December 14th at 9:30.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. We have nothing further. May we be excused?
You certainly may. Thank you, Mr. Ansaldua.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Mr. Luna?
Good morning, Your Honor. I have the first case I have is number 11, Aaron James Basan. And Your Honor, on both these cases, I will be having to ask for a continuance. My flight got delayed last night. I got in about 2 o'clock and I wasn't able to call these clients to verify. This morning, for some reason, my phone is saying I'm not connected to a network, which I'm not sure what that means. So I have to go to Verizon and figure that out as well.
Okay.
So I don't believe they're logged in. I've been trying to look through and I don't see them.
Okay, so this is on CR 21-07865-I, CR 21-07866-I, and CR 21-0910-I. Okay, Mr. Aaron Basan? Aaron Basan? Okay, and Mr. Luna, how much time are you requesting now?
Your Honor, I will leave that up to the court. I did see that you were giving some December settings. I know that may be a little far considering that they aren't signed on today. But if the court is willing to give us that dates, I would hope to, by that time, have something to finish out and close these cases by the end of the year.
Okay, December 2nd or December 14th?
December 2nd, Your Honor, would
Okay.
be okay.
December 2nd at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. And again, I apologize for not being able to get the hold of him to do that.
Okay, no worries, it happens.
And the other case, Your Honor, is number 25. It is listed as Mr. Scott Rodriguez's case. However, it is a case that we are co-counsel on.
Okay, have you also filed a notice of co-counsel on that?
I'm not too sure, Judge. I show one drafted by me, but I don't know if I ever filed it, to be honest, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
All right. That's so Ms. Marroquin also did not receive notice?
I'm not too sure if Mr. Rodriguez gave her notice. I'm not able to call out or call anybody. So
So on CR 20-06139-I, is Vanessa Evelyn Marroquin present?
Judge, if I may interrupt, please.
Yes.
Mr. Rodriguez called yesterday asking for a reset, please, on this case, so we reset him to December 14th at 9:30.
Okay. What I'm gonna do, Ms. De Luna, I know I gave you a December 2nd on the other one, but I'm just gonna put them together since you're gonna be here on that day.
Yes,
So
sir.
I'll go ahead and give you December 14th on Mr. Basan's case as well.
And is that at 9:30 as well, Your Honor?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And again, I apologize, Your Honor. Hectic day today. I hope to have all this figured out by the end of the today.
Okay, we'll
Thank you,
see you.
Judge.
All right, thank you.
You stay safe.
Likewise. Okay, Mr. Fernandez? Mr. Fernandez? Okay, Mr. Lidhart?
Morning, Your Honor. I'm here for appearing for attorney Juan Zamora for number 20 on your docket, State versus Miss Elizabeth Grisel.
Okay, CR 180950-I. And is Ms. Grisel present?
Hi.
Hi, ma'am. Okay, go on. What is your announcement?
Your Honor, at this moment, we respect ask for some more time. Kindly are requesting that the state reconsider the PTD application. It was originally denied.
Okay, so you all are going to be seeking PTD reconsideration then?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, do you know if Mr. Zamora has already made the appointment with Mr. Gonzalez or Mr. Garza?
He has not at the moment.
Okay, so how much time are you requesting?
30 days, Your Honor.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and have you come back on December the 2nd at 9:30. Between now and then, I expect that conversation will have occurred, please.
Yes, Your Honor, absolutely.
Okay, so Ms. Grisel, at the time that you were originally arraigned, ma'am, were you ordered to have an alcohol monitoring device?
No,
Okay, so you don't have an interlock device or a mobile device?
no, I don't.
Okay, then I'll allow the state to make their request.
Yes, Judge, I mean, there was a minor accident. So the state respectfully requests an interlock device.
What did she allegedly hit?
I'm not sure, Judge, 1 second.
Okay, but it wasn't a car crash, like she may have, do you know, Mr. Lidhart? If she hit an object or did she, was it a one vehicle or?
Your Honor, as I'm just appearing for attorney Juan Zamora right now, I haven't investigated the facts as I should have. But I was not aware that she was in an automobile collision.
Okay, well, I don't think, she may have not been in an actual collision, or I think it would have showed on Mr. Sosa's notes.
So she struck the rear bumper of another car, but I think it was just a little bumper collision. I'm not sure what to call that.
Did they cite her?
I'm not sure, Judge. I don't think so.
Ms. Gleason, do you remember getting a traffic ticket for hitting the car from behind?
No, I rolled into it going like less than 2 miles per hour, and I just barely hit him, barely tapped him. But no, I didn't get a ticket for that.
Okay. All right, at this time, the court is going to deny that request. I won't have you on an alcohol monitoring device for right now. I'm gonna go ahead and see you back here on December the 2nd at 9:30. And between now and then, hopefully they have an answer on your reconsideration.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else, Mr. Lidhart?
That concludes our matter for today, Your Honor. May my client and I be excused?
Sure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, have a good day. Okay, Mr. Oxford?
Good morning, Your Honor. I've got numbers 32 through 36, State of Texas versus Connie Jolene Ramos, Judge. I did see her present. This morning, she did give us a call saying that that her child was having some issues, but I do see her. Oh, I saw her name on there, Judge.
Ms. Ramos, are you present?
It shows that she's muted, Judge. And the screen, her phone.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Oh.
Okay. That is CR 21-05501-I, CR 19-01968-I. CR 19-01969-I, CR 19-03178-I, and CR 19-03179-I. So, Mr. Oxford, Ms. Ramos's situation does seriously concern the court, because this isn't the first time that she's been here. I think actually this is her third time that she's here. And each time that she's been here, she has had bond violations. And the first 2 times I did not incarcerate her because I gave her an opportunity to make sure that she reviewed her medications with her doctor, to make sure that everything was going okay, because she said she was still struggling a lot with her mental health and with her depression, and that things were not going very well. So we find ourselves here again on the 3rd time with the same announcement, with violations, with skip tests, with not testing when she needs to. And we can't have that. And I'm not saying that mental health is not real. It's very real. And I'm not saying that what she's going through is not real. I'm sure it's very real. And what she finds herself going through this morning is also very real. However, what's also very real is the fact that she is out on bond, which is a privilege, and she needs to abide by those bond conditions. And the community safety is also very real, and that's in my hands. So I need to come up with something that is going to make Ms. Ramos accountable, and I need to figure out whether it's gotten to the point, and I say this very respectfully, whether she's using her situation as an excuse and a crutch, or if it's a situation that is really preventing her from following her bond modifications. So if there's only going to be one way for her to follow the law, which is to be incarcerated, then we need to make arrangements for that. Because
Judge, I'm sorry, go ahead.
It's not working. She's not doing her part.
Judge, and in reviewing my notes, the court admonished her, I believe it was back in August, because she had, I think it was 23 missed tests. And in looking, and then again, reviewing my notes, the last notification was that she was doing better. And I recall the court, and I recall Your Honor mentioning to her that she was doing much better, even though she did have a late test and a couple of missed tests. So it appears that she's doing better, Judge. I don't know, since our last hearing, I believe it was last month, if she's had more missed tests.
Yes, sir, she has.
Is there a number that she's missed, Judge?
17.
17 since the last hearing?
Yes. Am I correct, Ms. Soto?
That is correct. Judge. The report I have run from the date after court up until October the 22nd, there's 17 missed tests.
And she was going to talk to her doctor about adjusting her medications because she said that was causing her to sleep a lot.
Yes, Judge, and in my notes again, Judge, reviewing the notes, Your Honor had some serious concerns about the quantities that she was diagnosed, or that she was prescribed, and the mix of what she was taking. I believe it's Ambien and several other medications, Judge. Is that correct, Connie?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. I take 4 medications.
Okay. Connie, just let me. I'll speak for you, Connie. If we need to, I'll ask you questions if I think we need to ask any. Judge, so I don't know. I don't know what the resolution to this is, Judge. Connie, did you speak to your doctor?
I didn't think I was supposed to get my medication lesson. What I did get was a list, and I gave it to Miss Soto of my I sent her, I went to my psychiatrist and I got a list of my medications, and I sent her photos of my medications, and she looked it up and said that, they are, they're heavy medications, and I didn't know I can't lessen my medication.
I didn't tell you to lessen it. What I told you was to get with your doctor to see if there could be adjustments, because you claimed that taking all those medications were making you sleep all day. And honestly, you're getting yourself into some sticky situation because you have minor children. And if you're medicated, if you're medicated and asleep all day, the way that you've called into my court and told my staff and also told the probation officer that you are asleep all day, those are your words. So that's probably why you all should not be calling into offices without notifying your attorney, because now I have it. I have it in my staff's notes and in the probation officer's notes that you are asleep all day and you have your minor children.
Ma'am, I said that
Mr.
9 in the
Oxford.
morning is the only one I miss.
Connie, if I need you to say something, I'll ask you questions, Connie.
So we have a big problem, because now she's not understanding what she was asked to do. I mean, I'm not asking her to lessen them. I'm nobody to ask anybody to lessen their medication. I would never do that.
I apologize.
What I said was that you needed to speak to them about, did you need an adjustment? Is there different times of the day that you could take it? You need to be able to test. We even were willing to adjust their testing windows. And if I'm not mistaken, Ms. Soto, have we already adjusted our testing windows in the past? I thought we had.
I've talked to her, Judge. I've worked with her. I can't recall completely if we did adjust them. But her latest test, she has until 9 in the morning to test, Judge.
Okay. So, how old are her children, Mr. Oxford?
I'm not 100% certain. Connie, how old are your kids?
4 years old and 2 years old. I wake up when they wake up. We sleep together in the same bed. I sleep alone with my children. My husband sleeps in another room because he works at 6 in the morning. I apologize, Your Honor. I sounded for.
Okay, so we can't. 9 in the morning. That she has up until 9 in the morning to do it. So what is the testing window that she's missing, Ms. Soto? That one?
She's missing. Correct. She's missing the morning one, Judge. She misses also the 3 p.m. one.
And the morning one is, what's the window?
It's 2 hours, Judge, 9 to 11.
Okay. And then the 3 p.m., what's that one?
3 to 5. And then 10 to midnight.
So she's missing the 9 to 11 and the 3 to 5.
Those are the ones that have been missed, yes, Judge.
Okay.
May I?
So those are pretty decent windows, Mr. Oxford, for them to, to have enough time to wake up and test.
Yes, Judge. I understand. I agree.
I'm not sure, Ms. Ramos, if you think that because of your situation that you're not going to face any consequences.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay,
I'm very afraid for my life right now. Not at all do I think I'm special in any way, you know what I mean? Not at all do I think I get like a special treatment or anything. Not at all. I don't want you to think that at all. And I don't know what to say. I'm sorry. I just
let your attorney talk. It's fine. Okay, so Mr. Oxford, we can't be, unless you get a letter from her doctor saying that there's no way that she could make a 9 to 11 window or even the 3 to 5 window, I don't know why she'd be missing that one, then, you know, I'm gonna hold her accountable. I'm gonna give her a short reset and that's it. And I would prefer that you staff this with the DA's office and with the probation officer. Something needs to be done here because this is her 3rd time here and it's the same situation. And like I said, I'm not saying that her mental health issues are not real. I'm sure they are very real. Mental health and issues with mental health are very real. But there are plenty of people that have mental health issues that are very responsible adults. That still manage to go to work, still manage to hold down a job, still manage to be on their meds, still manage to do their daily duties, still manage to do their parental duties, still manage to do their adult duties, and still manage to be very productive citizens in their community. And
is there a mental health court that may be available through the probation department?
There is a mental health court. I don't know if she'll qualify for it based on her charges, but there is a mental health court that you can look into. But, you know, I don't know what obviously I don't know what the screening is because we're not responsible for that. But that's what I'm saying, staff it with Mr. Sosa or Mr. Ramirez and with Ms. Soto, and we're gonna have a short reset. And I don't have enough room until November the 16th. So it'll be November the 16th at 9:30. And we need to come up with a solution between now and then. And that's plenty of time. That's almost 3 weeks.
Judge, if I may.
Yes.
I just want to say that we sympathize with the defendant's position. I myself have struggled with mental health and we appreciate that. We also don't want to take a mother away from her children. However, these are very serious charges and serious violations. This setting will defer to the court, but if she has more significant violations, we'll be forced to, you know, ask for a revocation of her bond.
And I understand, and I agree with you. So, okay, I'll give you all an opportunity to staff this between now and then, and hopefully you have a solution that will work for Ms. Ramos. If not, unfortunately, the drastic, and it's not even drastic because it's the way that the law is. If we can't find a solution that she can comply with between now and then we are going to have to look at revoking her bond. So November 16th at 9:30, Ms. Ramos.
I do apologize.
Ms. Ramos, did you understand what the judge just told you?
Yes, completely.
You know what it means when they revoke your bond? What does that mean? You understand you're going to jail, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to apologize again. I mean, I know sorries aren't anytime.
Connie, I'm gonna advise you not to speak at this time.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Oxford, any other case?
That's all I have before this honorable court. Judge, may I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Fernandez, did you come back?
Judge, before we move on, gentleman in the black hat, señor con el sombrero negro.
On Elizabeth Galaxy Note.
Señor con sombrero negro.
I asked him to unmute, but he's not unmuting.
No, man. There he is.
Okay, do you speak English or Spanish? Inglés o español?
Mande.
Okay. All right, señor, por favor, ¿se puede quitar su sombrero?
Yes, ma'am.
Gracias. Okay. Okay. Ms. Galvan?
Yes, Your Honor. I have number 19 on the court's docket, Carlos Gomez.
Okay. That's CR 20-08320-I. And is Mr. Gomez present?
Yes, Your Honor. I saw him on the video screen earlier. Judge, on this case, we actually...
Okay. Okay,
We actually
Thank you.
filed a 3914 back in July. We still haven't received the discovery, so we're gonna need some additional time.
okay, Mr. Sosa, can you check to see if you all
Presente.
have that? Sí, señor, lo escuché. Ahorita su
Presente.
abogada está haciendo el anuncio, so ya lo marqué que está presente, no se
Muy
preocupe.
bien. Gracias.
De nada. Okay, Mr. Sosa, can you check to see if you have that showing in your system, sir?
I'm sorry, Judge, for 39.14, you mean?
Yes, on Mr. Gomez's case.
Yes, ma'am. I have records showing that we sent discovery in July, late July,
Okay,
to Monica Galvan.
Okay, Judge, I don't see them. I don't know what email they would have come from.
We would have the email on file. It would be monica@galvanlawyers.com.
Right, but what email were they sent from?
I'm not sure.
it would have been from Miss Guarena or Mr. Wind, maybe, or
Our administrator from Eric.
oh, from your administrator. Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
so it would have been the DA's domain. But that's fine. I'll give Mr. Sosa an opportunity to request for them to be resent to you.
Yes, Judge, please, because we have searched, my staff and I have searched everywhere in several emails that we have possibilities of receiving them through, and we have not found them.
If you could, Ms. Galvan, just please shoot me an email and I'll expedite that to you.
Yes, sir, we'll send that today.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so how much time are you requesting, Ms. Galvan?
Judge, at least 45 days.
Okay, December 14th at 9:30.
Thank you, Honor. May I be excused?
Yes. Okay, Ms. Castaneda, you can let Mr. Gomez know that he's excused as well.
Mr. Gomez, ya se puede retirar.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Fernandez, did you return yet?
I'm sorry, Judge, I didn't know that you'd call the case. But
Yes.
I'm here at number 18 on the court's docket, Judge. You had set this, I think, to just check on the machine.
Yes, CR 1712599-I, State of Texas versus Pablo Gonzalez Garcia. Is Mr. Garcia present?
You should be, Judge.
Okay. And Ms. Soto, do you have a report?
Judge, yes, he has his interlock device with Smart Start, Judge. A report from the last court hearing until now. He has no alcohol violations, Judge. He only had 3 engine starts.
Okay. So, Mr. Garcia, did you obtain your driver's license?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So have you just not been using your vehicle?
No, I've been using, ma'am.
Okay, because they're only calculating 3 engine starts.
Oh, no. No, ma'am. I've been using my vehicle.
Okay, I need for you.
The report is probably the issue, probably the dates of the.
No, what, okay, so from what date to what date was that, Ms. Soto?
Judge, the report I have is from September the 23rd to October the 22nd. I can run the report again, but that's what it was given to me yesterday. It was only 3 engine starts.
Okay, so that was from September 23rd to October 22nd, which is 30 days. So that in 30 days, it only came on 3 times. And he's saying, no, that he's been using it regular because he got his driver's license back. So there may be something wrong, either with the interlock device sending the information over to the provider, or perhaps it needs to be recalibrated. So what I would suggest, Mr. Garcia, is that you please go to the provider and have them check your device, because if not, it's never going to be accurate for you. In the meantime, Ms. Soto will go ahead and ask for the report to be rerun just to make sure. So I'm going to give you an opportunity to do that. And then you'll come back on December the 14th at 9:30. What's your phone number, Mr. Garcia?
956-821-4457, ma'am.
Okay.
Judge,
right,
I happen to have a live out-of-town hearing. Is it possible to get a different date than that?
The 2nd.
Okay, December. Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Anything else, sir?
No, maybe excused.
You both may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Zamorano?
Morning, Your Honor.
Morning, Judge Fernando Lopez on behalf of Mr. Zamorano. This is a status conference hearing, Judge. We have a pretrial diversion packet that we need to turn in. The only thing missing was the urine test. Mr. Zamorano's ready to go do that today. So we're just asking for some more time.
Okay, and what number on the court's docket is this?
I apologize, Judge. I don't know what that is. I don't have that in front of me now to tell you which number it is.
The docket's attached to the link each time that the email is sent out. So that way for future reference, you know that.
Judge, it's number 68, but we do have Miss Jeannie Holmes.
Okay. Okay, so it's number 69 on the court's docket, CR 20-05000-I. It's still showing Miss Holmes on here, so I do need for you, have you filed a motion for substitution of counsel?
I have not, Judge. I'll do that today as well.
Okay, you also, along with that, you file your order granting, and you do also have to have a notice of appearance of counsel that accompanies it.
Okay.
And I believe the probation department has a report on Mr. Zamorano.
Judge, he has his mobile device, the State Guard Solutions. The report for the past month indicated he had 5 late tests and 8 skip tests.
Is this his first admonishment?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. And who does he have his device with?
State Guard Solutions.
And is it a mobile?
Yes, Judge, mobile device.
Okay, so Mr. Zamorano, this is gonna be your first warning, sir. You have 5 late tests and 8 skip tests. If you're having issues with your device, you need to get with the provider. If you're having issues with the testing windows because of work, or if you're going to school, you need to let the probation department know so that they can adjust those testing windows. If not, I'm gonna hold you responsible for missing those late tests and those skip tests, which means at the next setting, if you have any violations, sir, I'm going to look at whether or not I'm going to revoke your bond and have you taken into custody. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So, Mr. Zamorano, can I have a phone number for you?
956-376-8583.
Okay, so do you need a letter for him to take his UA, or do you already have that?
I need a letter, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Sosa or Mr. Ramirez, can you have that sent over to Mr. Lopez?
Yes, Judge, we'll get it right on it.
And he's gonna return on December the 2nd at 9:30. And if he's ready for placement between now and then let us know and we'll change him to 1:30. Other than that, I expect that the packet will be complete and already under review, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
That's all I have. May I be excused?
yes, you both may be excused. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Arredondo?
Good morning, Judge. I have 2
Good
cases.
morning.
I have the first case is Mr. Emmanuel Aranda, number 8 on your docket, and he's present on Zoom, Judge.
CR 21-07209-I, Mr. Aranda, can you please announce yourself? Mr. Aranda?
Yes, do you hear me?
Now I do.
Oh, okay, I was on mute.
Okay, there you go. All right, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, we're present here to recall a case. Judge.
Okay. The court will grant that request and recall it. Okay, and what are we doing with it?
At this time, Judge, I know a complaint was just recently filed, Judge. If I can just get a recommendation on all cases, Your Honor.
For a misdemeanor case?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Sosa, are you showing that yet?
Judge, I have a deferred adjudication recommendation for the resisting arrest, and there's another criminal trespass filed. They're both, the only cases that are pending are the resisting arrest and the criminal trespass.
Okay, so on the criminal trespass, does that already have a CR number then?
Yes, ma'am. It's going to be CR 21 11 991I.
Okay, is that the one you're talking about, Mr. Arredondo?
Yes, Judge, that was just recently filed, Judge, so we just needed a recommendation on both cases.
Okay. And you've received all the information, the discovery or digital evidence that you need in order to make a decision?
Resisting arrest, we have just not on the criminal trespass, but go ahead and reach out to Mr. Sosa today after docket.
Okay. All right, so how much time are you requesting?
45 days, it should be good. 30 days should be good.
December 2nd at 9:30. And we'll have both those cases set at that time. Ms. Rivera, did you get that case number?
Yes, Judge, the complaint was just filed a couple of days ago, Your Honor.
Okay, that way we can just have them both at the same time. All right, okay, anything else?
Yes, Judge, I have one other case on it. That is,
Okay, Mr. Aranda, you're excused, sir.
so I have number 41 on your docket, Judge, and he's present here in my office.
Sierra 1810581-I, State of Texas versus Jose Manuel Saenz. And Mr. Saenz, does he understand English?
Yes, Judge.
What is your announcement?
Judge, our client has come up with a restitution, Judge, so we just need to pay the restitution to the court so we can get the PDD reconsidered, Your Honor. Judge, and I just have one quick question for the state, just to confirm the restitution amount, just to make sure we have everything good to go.
Okay, go ahead.
Judge, on my notes, I see $501 owing to Arla Lara.
Okay, that's exactly what we have, Judge. We'll go ahead and submit that today, get that PTE reconsidered.
Okay, so Ms. Soto, do you have a report on Mr. Saenz?
Yes, Judge, he has his interlock device with lifesaver and there's no violations.
Okay, now, okay, so Mr. Arredondo, between now and the next hearing, if you please have that meeting with them regarding the reconsideration, okay?
Yes, Judge, we'll get the $501 into our trust account just today and reconsider it this week, Judge.
Okay, that'll be December 2nd at 9:30.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. May I be excused?
You certainly may.
Thank you, Judge. See you this afternoon.
Thank you, okay. Ms. Arista?
Yes, Your Honor, number 14 on the court's docket.
CR 21-07323-I, State of Texas versus Dora Castillo. Is Ms. Castillo present?
Yes, she is, Your Honor.
All right, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Judge, this is a first time DWI. It's a Class B. I'm just waiting for a plea offer. I didn't see it yesterday when I checked the emails, Judge, but I do have the discovery.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Judge. I'm not sure if it was sent. The defendant is PTD eligible. The rec that I have on file for the record is a $200 fine plus court costs, 1 year deferred adjudication, alcohol class, an interlock device for the full term, 90 days Texas driver license suspension, and 20 CSRs.
Okay,
Judge,
go ahead.
That should be acceptable. I just need to discuss with my client what all that means, Judge.
Okay. Did you say is she PTD eligible or she's not?
Yes, Judge, she is, for my notes.
Okay. And also, does Ms. Castillo have a device?
Judge, I believe that when we appeared in court, the court had advised that we didn't need one if it was a first time DWI, and I believe it was a .12, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. All right. So anything else on Ms. Castillo?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Okay, so how much time are you requesting, Ms. Arista?
Judge, if I can have 3 weeks, Judge.
The November 18th? And do you want her on the plea docket, the afternoon or in the morning?
Judge, the morning would be best.
Okay, November 18th at 9:30.
And I'll advise counsel which way she's going, Judge. I do have a PT package ready to go, but I do need to discuss with her the deferred option also.
Okay.
I don't know if she would be able to pay the $500 fee, Judge.
Okay, I understand.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
You certainly may. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Jalili?
Good morning, Your Honor. First case I
morning.
have on docket is number 26.
CR 1915952-I, State of Texas versus Jorge Martinez. Is Mr. Martinez present?
Yes, Mr. Martinez is present via Zoom, Your Honor.
Okay, and what is your announcement?
We have received the recommendation. Mr. Martinez is PTD eligible. We are just requesting additional time to submit said application, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Soto, and your report on Mr. Martinez?
Your Honor, he has his mobile device with safeguard solutions and report indicated he had 3 missed tests.
Is this his first warning?
Yes, it is, Judge.
Okay. Mr. Martinez, you cannot have any missed tests, any skip tests, anything of that sort. If you're having an issue with the device, you need to go in with the provider. You need to take care of it as soon as possible. If you have an issue with the testing windows, then you need to speak to Ms. Soto to see if you qualify for a change in testing times. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
The next time that you come before me, even if you are PTD eligible, if you continue to have violations, I will not approve you being on the program. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
And then further, I will also look at whether or not I'm going to revoke your bond and have you incarcerated. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now that you've stated that you understood all the admonishments that I've given you, then I expect that you're going to have 0 violations the next time that you come before me.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What is your phone number, Mr. Martinez?
956-899-8623.
Okay. And how much time are you requesting then, Mr. Jalili?
30 days should be more than enough, Your Honor.
December 2nd at 9:30. If he has violations between now and then, his appearance will be in person and yours can continue to be via Zoom.
Understood, Your Honor. I have nothing further in regards to Mr. Martinez. May he be excused.
Mr. Martinez may be excused. Your next one?
Number 28, Your Honor.
CR 21-07550-I, State of Texas versus Jose Jesus Oviedo. Is Mr. Oviedo present?
He is present under Elizabeth Galaxy Note 20.
Oh,
and he is
okay.
a Spanish
He's-
speaker, Your Honor.
Yes, he stated that he was a Spanish speaker. Okay. Let the record reflect that Mr. Oviedo has been identified by his attorney. He has already checked in and we do see him as present. You may proceed, Mr. Jalili.
I will just be requesting additional time to review discovery on this case with my client, Your Honor. And 30 days should be sufficient.
Okay, and are you asking to stay on the status docket or the plea, or you want to be put on the plea docket?
We'll leave it as status as of now. If I need to change that, I'll notify the court ahead of time, Your Honor.
Okay, December 2nd at 9:30. Ms. Castañeda, please let Mr. Oviedo know that he is to return on December 2nd at 9:30 and to stay in close contact with his attorney, please.
Mr. Oviedo, su próxima corte es el día 2 de diciembre a las 9:30 de la mañana y por favor se mantiene en contacto con su abogado.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let him know he's excused.
Se puede retirar.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
And I have nothing further before the honorable court, Your Honor. May I be excused?
When you said the first of cases, I thought, man, he's gonna have a list here.
No, just to this morning, luckily.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Munoz?
Judge, I have number 52 on the court's docket, Javier Torres. He's present on the Zoom.
Okay,
I'm asking for one additional setting on this case. I should hopefully have it worked out by next time.
CR 20-08286-I, Javier Torres Jr., are you present?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Is there any announcement from the state?
Sorry, I was on mute. None, Judge.
Okay, so Mr. Munoz, how much time are you requesting?
30 days, Judge.
Okay, do you want to be placed on the plea docket?
Not yet, Judge. I'm not sure how we're going to proceed, but by the next setting, I'll let the court know.
All right, December 2nd at 9:30.
May he be excused, Judge?
Yes, he may be excused.
Thank you. I have one other case, Judge, and that's number 47 on the court's docket, Alex Steven.
CR 1510409-I, State of Texas versus Alex Steven. Is Mr. Steven present?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Okay, please turn your camera on.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. All right, and what is your announcement?
Judge,
counsel?
this is an ADR case. I've already given my client the recommendation. He needs to comply and just get a life skills class, Judge. We did just give it to him, so he hasn't had time to do it. So we'd ask the court for another setting, Judge.
And are those life skill classes still online right now?
I'm not sure, Judge. I hope so because he works in Houston. I'm not sure if the state's aware if they're offering him online or probation.
I'm not sure, Judge. I think the probation department's probably a better source for that.
Judge, they do have some that are online.
Okay, that'll work, Judge, so I can get him that information.
Okay, and also, Mr. Munoz, it's still showing the previous attorney, so just for the sake of having your name put on there, I do need, sir, if you can file a motion for substitution of counsel with an order granting along with a notice of appearance of counsel, and then the clerk will change it to your name.
We'll file that today, Judge. I know that part of the recommendation was that he had to have a clean UA. I'm asking the state if it's okay if he takes a UA at a lab corp or somewhere in Houston, which is where he's working.
I know we've made exceptions in the past. Is there no way he can get it done here in Hidalgo?
Well, he's working in Houston. I mean, he'd have to make a trip out here to take a UA. But if he can go anywhere you'd like him to in Houston.
I mean, personally, I don't have an objection to it, but I think our office policy is that they have to do it in Hidalgo unless there are exceptional circumstances. I mean, if you can just provide me maybe with, with his work schedule or with something.
Like proof of employment, if
Right.
you provide proof of employment, then what they do is they submit it to their supervisor to get approval for it to be
Okay.
over there. It doesn't
That'll
mean
work.
it'll happen.
Right, right.
Yes, ma'am. That's correct.
That'll work, Judge. We'll
Okay,
go ahead and
so,
file those motions, Judge, today.
okay. So I'll go ahead and leave this just because you'll be here on the other one on December 2nd at 9:30. So see if you can get permission for him to take his UA over there and maybe he'll have his life skills class completed.
Perfect. Thank you, Judge. That's all I have this morning. May I be excused, my clients as well?
Yes, and I would strongly suggest, Mr. Steven, that you get that life skills class done as soon as possible, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And next time you leave your camera on the entire proceeding, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry about that.
While
ma'am.
you're on, when you're on, your camera has to be on. Everybody
Okay.
else is on, you can have your camera off. I don't care.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Thank you,
If
Judge.
nothing further, you may be excused.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Martinez?
Judge, good morning. I've got number 31 on your docket, Mr. Aldair Quiroz.
CR 21-05-899-I, State of Texas versus Aldair, that's ALDAIR Quiroz. Is Mr. Quiroz present?
Judge, he's not, and this one I believe is a scheduling error on my part. I had him set for 10:28. We were checking on Odyssey this morning and we realized that the court set it for 10:26, but his donation was ordered by the 28th. And I think that I misunderstood last time, Judge.
Okay, so he's expecting to come on the 28th?
That's what I have on my docket, Judge. I can, I know you have an afternoon docket. I could try to get him here this afternoon since I'm seeing on the court's docket that he's got, I think that's additional violations. Ms. Soto can correct me. Or I
Yes,
don't know if that's
it's
the same
additional.
admonishment.
It's additional, but we'll move him to 10:28 at 9:30. It's not a problem.
Yes, ma'am. I'll make sure he's here.
Okay, anything else?
No, Judge. And he's still ordered to do the same, basically the same reprimand from last time, Judge, and then we're going to address the new issues.
Yes,
Okay.
we'll address the new ones.
We'll be here that day, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you again.
Okay, Mr. Ballesteros?
Good morning, Judge. I'm here on the State of Texas versus Eduardo Gutierrez. It's a restitution hearing. We have been conferring with the state And we're asking for additional time. I know we've reached out to the victim, Claudio Guerra, on this matter. And we're just trying to see if we can resolve this without the need for a restitution hearing.
Okay, that's number 21 on the court's docket, CR 15-05976-I. And I do see that Mr. Eduardo Gutierrez is present. What's the state's announcement?
Judge, I spoke to the victim and I went over, every single charge that he's claiming arose out of this transaction. It totaled up to $10,460.05. However, defense wants to negotiate an agreed amount. I'm not opposed if the victim is in agreement. We just respectfully request a little bit of time to conduct those negotiations.
Okay, and how much time are y'all requesting or need?
The victim did contact us to date, Judge. Unfortunately, I was in a federal hearing before this and haven't been able to get back to him. But I'd say a short reset of 2 weeks at most.
That would be fine
Okay.
with the state, Your Honor.
We'll do November 16th at 11 a.m. That way, if you all do need a contested hearing, we'll take it up at that time.
That works,
Understood,
Judge.
Judge.
Okay, and Mr. Ballesteros, if you can please talk to your client about being appropriately dressed for the court next time.
I will, Judge.
Thank you. Just so you know, Mr. Gutierrez, hoodies are not acceptable in a court of law, okay?
Okay, yeah. I was in
All
school
right.
and this is my school's hoodie, but all right, thank you.
I didn't understand that, but that's fine. Okay, Mr. Ballesteros, just have a conversation with him.
I will, Judge.
All right, then we'll see you on November 16th at 11 a.m.
Thank you. Have a great morning.
Okay, you too. Thank you, sir. Okay, Mr. Ramirez, Dennis Ramirez,
Good morning, Judge. Number 27 on your docket.
CR 19-15081-I, State of Texas versus Christopher Moreno. Is Mr. Moreno present?
He is, Your Honor.
Okay, and what is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, the state did make me a recommendation with respect to disposing of my client's case, ADR, and I'm going to meet with my client to explain it. He had some questions for me. So if I can get a 30-day reset, that'll give us time to get that done.
Okay, December 2nd at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nothing further. May I be excused?
Yes, you both may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Salinas, Rubio Salinas.
Yes, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. What number on the court's docket? Mr. Salinas, what number are you on the court's docket?
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. I don't have that. Let me see. Miriam Palacios is number 29, Judge.
Okay. CR 19-03744-I, State of Texas versus Marian Palacios.
Yes, Judge. Judge, we recently received notification that Ms. Palacios was denied her application for PTD. We would like to have an opportunity to see if we could staff this case. If the court would give us another setting on this matter.
Okay, Ms. Palacios, can you please turn your video on? All right. So you're going to staff this with Mr. Gonzalez or Mr. Garza for reconsideration for PTD reconsideration?
Yes, Your Honor.
And how much time are you asking for?
A couple of weeks, Judge, whatever the court could give us, 2-3 weeks.
Mr. Sosa, do you show the reason for denial or does that not reflect on your part?
Yeah, yes, Judge. It's due to the defendant owing a reinstatement fee to DPS. I'm not really sure what that is, but
It's her license reinstatement fee. At one time, she probably had her license suspended.
okay.
And so now she needs to pay. Have you had your license reinstated, Ms. Palacios? You're on mute.
I'm sorry. No, I don't.
Okay, do you plan to get it reinstated?
Yes.
Okay, well, Mr. Salinas, even if you ask for the reconsideration, she has to have a valid driver's license in order for her to be placed on the PTD program. So unless she gets it reinstated, I highly doubt that they're going to grant the reconsideration.
Judge, I will visit with my client. I wasn't aware of the reason, and that was one of the reasons we were going to be asking for some time to explore why she was denied for PTD. So that would give me at least a start, so I could work on that, and I'll move on it quick.
Do you have a fee, Ms. Palacios, that you were given? Do you know the amount that you owe to the state?
I already paid that. I had a ticket in Palmhurst, but I already paid it.
No, this is a reinstatement. Is your driver's license still suspended right now?
Yes, but I thought I couldn't get it because I had the DWI, so I needed to go to like close this and then apply for it again. I had no idea.
Judge, I know how to solve the problem, Judge. I'll fix it.
All right. So
Judge,
then,
sorry,
go
it's
ahead.
$230.75. That's for
One more time?
230.75
It's owed to the state?
to DPS.
DPS.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So perhaps once she pays that off, once her license gets reinstated, then you can have that conversation with Mr. Garza and Mr. Gonzalez around PTD reconsideration. Because if that was the reason, then maybe she'll qualify after she gets that. So I'll give you some time. Go ahead.
Also, just for the record, we're offering a standard deferred adjudication recommendation.
Okay. All right. So then let me go ahead and I'll give you until December 14th on this one, Mr. Salinas, to give her time to see if she's going to pay it. And if she is, she can get it paid between now and then. And also so that you can have an opportunity to speak to Mr. Gonzalez or Mr. Garza with respect to the reconsideration once it's already done.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
also, Mr. Salinas, if you can please have a conversation with your client with respect to court dress code. Sleeveless is not allowed, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. And I do not believe she has a device. Is that correct, Ms. Soto?
That is correct, Judge.
Okay. Then Ms. Palacios, just get with your attorney. Perhaps by paying that fee, you might be able to get into the PTD program, okay?
Okay.
So just stay in contact with him. And we'll see you back here on December the 14th at 9:30, ma'am.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. You have a good day.
You too.
Okay, Mr. Salinas, any other case?
Yes, Judge, I have 3 more clients. Judge, the next client that I have is number 39, Candelario Roman.
CR 17115888-I, Candelario Roman.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, I believe Mr. Roman has a case that's pending in the 464th. It's a felony case, and we're asking for some additional time so we can work on that case.
Well, I had him set today for the 6-month PTD status. Is that correct?
Well, these were Patrick's notes. He may have, I think he may have,
Yes, that is correct, Judge. He's on with me on the PDD case, Judge. And he has complied with all the conditions and paid all fees.
Okay, will the state be filing a dismissal?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay, how much time do you need to file the dismissal?
By the end of today, Judge.
Okay, I'll go ahead and set a tickler for November the 5th, just to make sure that it's been filed.
thank you, Judge. On
Well,
that case.
actually, you know what? Actually by Friday, so that we can count it for the stats in October.
Yes, Judge.
So if we can have it done by Friday, that'll be great. Okay,
I'll submit it today, Judge.
all right. So congratulations, Mr. Roman, and good luck to you, sir, on your future endeavors, okay?
Thank you.
All right. Okay, next one.
Next one is number 4040, Rafael Rubalcaba.
Okay, CR 190307-I, State of Texas versus Rafael Rubalcaba. Is Mr. Rubalcaba present?
Presente.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Judge, on this case, we filed a motion to suppress. We're asking for an in-person hearing on that case.
Okay, so he didn't have to do I thought he had already been approved the PTD pending a UA.
These
What
were
do
the
you
notes.
show? What do you show, Mr. Sosa?
I'm not sure, Judge. I see the PTD application was reviewed and the recommendation is PTD DWI court denied due to the accident. So there was a standard 15-month probation rec on file.
Oh, okay. So then, did you file your order setting hearing, Mr. Salinas, with the motion to suppress?
There should be an order setting hearing, Judge. If not, I can get one. I can get one
Okay.
filed.
Can my staff check to see if there's an order setting hearing on file?
Yes, ma'am. Right now, I don't show any motions for suppression filed or an order setting hearing, excuse me.
Okay, so Mr. Salinas, I'll give you an opportunity to file your motion to suppress. It's not showing on the docket.
We'll file it this morning, Judge.
Just make sure that on the order setting hearing, it indicates that it'll be for an in-person. And I think the time frame, I'm not sure, do we have January slots still open?
No, Judge, we are in February already.
Okay. It'll be in February, Mr. Salinas.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, so Ms. Soto, do you have a report on Mr. Rubalcaba?
Judge, he has his analog device with Guardian. He has no violations.
Ms. Castaneda, can you please ask him for his phone number?
Mr. Rubalcaba, por favor, me da su número de teléfono.
655-6055.
655-6055.
Okay. All right, then I'm gonna set a tickler on that motion to suppress because unless he has violations, I'll bring him in sooner. But other than that, you said that you were gonna be getting that file today?
In a few minutes, Judge.
Okay, I mean, I'll still go ahead and give it until November the 5th. So we'll
Yes.
just set a tickler for November the 5th. And just to
Yes.
make sure that the motion to suppress is filed. And then if he has violations, we'll let you know and we'll bring him in sooner.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, then we'll see him at that setting. Ms.
you.
Castaneda, let him know that he is excused.
Mr. Rubalcaba, se puede retirar.
Okay, your next client?
The last one I have, Judge, is number 48.
CR 21. 48. Did you all substitute for Mr. Moreno then?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. CR 21-02381-I. CR 20-05552-I, State of Texas versus Ana Maria Tafich. Tafich, okay, and is Ms. Tafich present? Ana Maria Tafich. She has until the end of the docket to report. Okay,
Okay, Judge, I'll try to get a hold of her.
all right. Okay, Ms. Cantu del Bosque.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you, ma'am. Yourself?
Very well, thank you. I have number 62 and number 63.
CR 20-09073-I and CR 20-02129-I, State of Texas versus Cynthia Uriegas. Is Ms. Uriegas present?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what is your announcement, counselor?
Your Honor, I believe we filed a pretrial diversion application on this matter. And I believe that was done earlier in the month of October. So we don't have a response on that just yet.
Okay, and what is the state's announcement?
Judge, I just see that defendant was applying for PTD, but I don't see any notes indicating that it's actually been submitted.
Do you know if the packet was accepted when you all turned it in, Ms. Cantu del Bosque?
Judge, I apologize. I thought we had filed it on October 4th. If it hasn't, I can certainly make sure it gets submitted today, Judge.
I mean, it's possible that it was submitted, but typically we have notes of that. But it might have slipped through.
Well, she can, Ms. Cantu del Bosque, if you think that it was submitted, then I would suggest maybe getting with the DA's office to see if they stamped it and got it into the system. If not, then you're gonna have to resubmit it.
Very well. I can do that today.
Okay, so I have notes about a felony motion to revoke pending. Is that still pending?
Judge, I don't believe she has a felony pending. I don't see anything in Odyssey.
Can the state tell me?
Checking that now, Judge. She does not have a felony pending, Judge. She just has an assault and the TWI out of your court.
Okay, so I don't know how that got there.
Judge, if I may, I'm getting information from my office saying that we did not file the pretrial diversion application. What we're missing is the insurance. That's the issue.
Okay, so Ms. Uriegas, does your vehicle have insurance?
Yes,
Okay, you need to get that proof of insurance to your attorney as soon as possible.
I did send it to her.
It looks
Okay.
like it was sent to us October 13th. She was telling us that she would get it to us, Judge. The problem is that she's not included in the policy as a driver. And I believe that that's necessary. If the state can inform us whether that's required.
I mean, I would believe so. I think she does.
That's
have to
my
have an insurance
understanding of
policy.
the requirements. If you need a deviation of that, you're probably gonna have to make an appointment with Mr. Gonzalez or Mr. Garza and
Very good.
ask for consideration.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll go ahead and contact Mr. Gonzalez.
Okay, so Ms. Soto, do you have a report on Ms. Uriegas?
Yes, Judge, she does have her analog device with intoxamol, Judge. On October the 2nd at 2:13 p.m., there was a alcohol reading of a 0.058, and it was a defendant blowing into the device. On October the 5th at 3:03 p.m., it was a BAC reading of a 0.10, defendant blowing into the device. 4 minutes later, 3:07, there was a BAC read of 0.00. There was a male blowing into the interlock device. Also, on September the 26th at 4:55 p.m., there was a BAC read of a 0.13. I am unable to see who is the one blowing into the device.
Okay, Ms. Uriegas, this isn't a game. I believe this is also is this the second time that I'm admonishing her?
That is correct.
Okay. This isn't a game, and you're not even skipping tests or doing them. I mean, you're having alcohol readings and you're having other people blow into the device. You're the one that's responsible for blowing into that device. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're ordered to pay a $200 fine to the Rainbow Room. You have 1 week to pay it. And if
Okay.
you can't even comply with the bond conditions while you're out on probation, out on bond, I don't see how you're gonna comply with the bond conditions when you're if you get accepted to the pretrial diversion program. You're not supposed to be drinking. If you have a problem with alcohol, let us know, and I will send you to Alcoholics Anonymous.
Okay.
But this isn't a game. The next time that you have a violation, you'll be appearing in person, and there will be a deputy that will take you into custody right away. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your phone number?
956-445-9791.
Okay. I'm gonna have her come back on December the 2nd. If she still has violations, Ms. Cantu del Bosque, she'll be appearing in person,
Yes, Your Honor. And what time?
9:30.
Thank you.
You can appear via Zoom, but she'll be appearing in person if she still has violations between now and then.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else?
Nothing further from the defense, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Ramos?
Good morning, Judge. I'm standing in for Renee Flores on number 15. Sorry for my tardiness, Judge. I've been in several courts this morning.
Oh, it's okay. CR 21-06292-I, State of Texas versus Leroy Coronado. Mr. Coronado, please turn on your camera.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So, Mr. Coronado, before we get into the status of your case, you do have violations. Ms. Soto, can you please give me the violations that Mr. Coronado has?
He does have his mobile device was a safety check. He did have 10 late tests and 26 missed tests. His device was deactivated from October the 7th up until October the 9th due to, I believe it was payment, Judge, due to no payment.
Is this his first admonishment or second?
It's his first admonishment, Judge.
Mr. Coronado, you've been on long enough to hear me admonish the rest of the defendants. As you know, I take those violations very seriously, sir. You have 10 late tests, 26 missed tests. That's unacceptable. So if your freedom means anything to you, sir, then I expect that you're going to have 0 violations. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a problem with the testing windows, you need to speak to your probation officer. She's not a mind reader. If you have a problem with the device, you need to speak to your vendor. They're not a mind reader. If you have a problem with payment, then you need to see what you need to do as far as asking your family to help you, because you cannot be without the device. It is the law. You have a Class A misdemeanor, DWI, with a blood alcohol level of greater than 0.15. It is statutorily required, sir. So there's not an exception. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so as far as the status of the case, Mr. Ramos, what can you tell me?
Judge, we're about halfway done getting everything we need to do to submit the PTD app. And really what's hanging us up right now is the insurance issue, similar to a case that was previously before the court. Getting Mr. Coronado added to his parents' insurance is what we're working on, and it's been a financial issue mainly. We just asked for a little bit more time to try and comply with all the application requirements, Judge.
Okay, December 2nd at 9:30. Mr. Coronado, what's your phone number?
956-624-4917.
Okay. Then anything else, anything from the state?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
Okay,
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
all right, you too. Okay, Attorney Judith Cantu?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, ma'am.
Judge, I have number 24 on your criminal docket, State of Texas versus Sonia Lucio. She should be online.
Yes, ma'am, I do see a Sonia Lucio. It's CR 21-02839-I. And there she is. And what is your announcement, counselor?
We're set for a status hearing. This is a theft class B. I know the prior prosecutors and I had spoken regarding Miss Lucio. She did take a theft class. The certificate of completion was forwarded to them yesterday. I guess one of the new ADAs reached out to me with a recommendation. I was under the impression that upon completion, it would be dismissed based on the circumstances of the case. She has no prior convictions, Your Honor. This is an isolated incident where she did take some school supplies from the Walmart in Weslaco. So I think that was one of the reasons why they were recommending she take a theft course and perhaps dismiss it. So I'd ask for additional time so they can maybe confer with their supervisors to see if they can find that in their notes.
And if I may, Judge, I don't have any record of that, and that's why I sent a deferred adjudication recommendation. However, in light of the circumstances that Ms. Lucio was stealing school supplies, I wouldn't have any objection to an ADR and to dismissing upon completion of the theft class. Just going to make sure that was the actual recommendation.
Okay, I'll give you all some time to confer. So we'll have her come back on November 16th at 9:30 unless a dismissal is filed between now and then.
Judge, I would like to point out she is pregnant. She's due in 6 weeks. So if we do have a hearing, would the court consider if she's not able, and I don't know why she wouldn't be since we're on Zoom, that I appear on her behalf? Because right now she's at her doctor's appointment.
Yes, yeah, I wouldn't want her appearing while she's in the middle of labor in the hospital, so I'm good with that.
Very well.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Okay, you're excused, Miss Lucio. Okay, Attorney Andre Maldonado?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, sir.
I have numbers 9 and 10. It's the same defendant. It's State versus Ricardo Barrera.
Okay, CR 06-1871-I, CR 07-1548-I, State of Texas versus Salvador Ricardo Barreras. Mr. Barrera present?
Yes, Judge, he's present. He's present in my office right now.
Okay, and what is the announcement?
Judge, we filed motions to suppress evidence on both cases, Judge. We are asking for an in-person hearing on both suppressions.
Okay, and did you file an order setting hearing with that?
Negative, Judge, I have not filed an order setting hearing.
Okay, that order setting hearing needs to be filed, indicate that it's in person, and we're probably looking at a February date. Does Mr. Barrera have a device?
You have a device? A computer? No. It's the alcohol.
An
monitor.
interlock or a mobile?
No, Judge, negative.
All right, okay. So I'm gonna set a tickler for that order setting hearing to be submitted by Friday, October the 29th. And that way his next setting will be at that motion to suppress.
And Judge, if I may.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Due to the defendant having two DWIs pending, the state respectfully requests either an interlock device or mobile device at the court's discretion.
Okay, so the request was made previous, and since it was before the statute and he has not picked up another offense with respect to DWI since 2007, I denied it at the time, so I'm gonna deny it this time.
Understood.
Okay, so anything else, Mr. Maldonado?
Nothing further, Judge. May my client and I be excused?
Yes, you may. Okay, all right, Attorney Santos Maldonado.
Yes, good morning, Judge Santos Maldonado. I represent Ruben Rodriguez. I do not know the number of his case in the docket.
Number 38, Your Honor.
And this morning, we filed, Judge, a motion to suppress asking for in-person hearing. We'd like to have a hearing for that.
Okay. That's CR 20-02-172-I. And I do see that Mr. Rodriguez is present on the screen. And did you file an order setting hearing with your motion to suppress?
I believe I did. I had reviewed the sample here at the office, but I know we indicated that we wanted an in-person hearing.
Okay, has it been accepted? If my staff can check, please?
Judge, if I may.
Sure.
He's been set on the motion to suppress docket for February 17th at 1:30.
I just signed it during docket right now, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so then we'll have your suppression hearing on February 17th at 1:30. Anything else?
That's all I have. You have a good day, Your Honor.
Okay,
Your
thank
Honor.
you. Oh, yes. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, if I may, I did add a status conference hearing, Judge. And that's gonna be January the 13th at 9:30, just due to the unforeseen circumstance that we're in.
Okay, so then there'll be a status conference on January 13th at 9:30. Okay. All right, thank you. Now y'all may be excused.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you. Have a good day.
Okay, Luz Divina Salazar. Luz Divina Salazar?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, who's your attorney, ma'am?
Sergio Sanchez.
Okay, have you heard from Mr. Sanchez this morning?
No, ma'am.
Judge, if I may.
Go ahead.
I did speak with Mr. Sanchez's office yesterday. We did reschedule several of his cases that were scheduled for today. However, I did advise them that Ms. Salazar had violations and she wouldn't be able to be rescheduled. An announcement would need to be made or someone to cover for him.
Okay. And what number is she on the court's docket?
42, 43, and 44, Judge.
And what are her violations, Ms. Soto?
Judge, she has her interlock device with Lifesaver, and she had an alcohol reading on September the 10th. She was blowing into the device. It was a .043. And then on September the 24th, there was an alcohol reading of 0.066, and there was a male blowing into the interlock device.
So you can't even get somebody that'll blow a zero. Anyway, okay, so I can't admonish you without your attorney being present, and we are at the end of the docket. So I'm gonna recall you this afternoon at 1:30. Your attorney will be getting a new link. And so you will need to be present this afternoon at 1:30. If by some chance they do not send you the link, the attorney, then I'll allow you to contact my office at 1:10. Because we're already on docket by 1:15. And if you can't get a hold of your attorney for whatever reason, you still need to be present. Do you understand that, Ms. Salazar?
Yes, I do.
All right. You're temporarily excused until 1:30 this afternoon.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Trejo, Daniel Trejo.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, who's your attorney?
Daniel Vargas. Daniel Vargas.
Okay. Mr. Vargas is usually always on, so I don't know if maybe they missed it. What number is he on the docket?
53 and 54, Judge.
I know that you've been on the whole time and, you know, I'm sorry that you're gonna have to wait, but let me get a report. Is Ms. Soto, does Mr. Vargas have any violations?
No violations, Judge.
Who does he have his device with?
Intoxilog.
Okay. Mr. Vargas, I'm gonna go ahead and give you another date. I'm not gonna make you come back this afternoon because you have 0 violations. So like they say, good behavior gets rewarded. So I'll give you some time. You're gonna come back on December the 2nd, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
At 9:30. And we'll notify your attorney, and if you want, you can also call them and let them know.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Trejo.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Give me a moment. Okay, so number 2.
Judge, I believe the state has an announcement.
Okay, CR 21-03184-I, State of Texas versus Belinda Hernandez. What says the state?
Sorry, Judge, 1 second. We mailed out a restitution letter regarding the highway sign pole, which was struck and damaged in eastbound lane of East Expressway 83 by mile 3 East exit ramp in Mercedes, Texas. We never heard back from DPS, thus the state respectfully requests restitution be set at 0.
Okay, that'll be granted. Okay, so 42, 43, and 44 will recall her at 1:30. What about number 46? Anybody get any call from an attorney, Israel Rivas?
No, Judge, and the link was sent to him, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, for that one, I see the disposition as dismissed
Okay,
for Serrano.
so I already signed the dismissal?
I believe so, Judge. Let me check that for you.
Yes, Judge, it was. I still sent it to him. I'm not sure if he wanted to make the announcement just to clear it out.
Okay, so then, right now, the nice I have is just number 48 and 49, which is the same defendant.
Yes, Judge. State respectfully requests judgment nice be granted, keep this issue and all bonds forfeited for the submission defendant.
Okay, Mr. Damian, please call out her name 3 times.
Yes, ma'am. I do show that there was an ISI and KPS signed back in June. Ana Maria Tafich, Ana Maria Tafich, Ana Tafich.
Okay, so the court has requested an ISI to be granted and all bonds forfeited and a KPS issued on a no-show defendant. Mr. Peach is a no-show defendant. The court will grant the state's request. Okay, that concludes today's docket. Let me turn off the